Welcome to the channel, everybody. I'm Mr. Overview, and today we're going to take a look at the Zaffiri Precision Threadless Comp and Barrel Kit for the Sig Sauer P365. Now, as a lot of you know, compensators are not a new thing, but they did see a huge uptick in popularity after Sig released the P365 X Macro Comp. In fact, since Sig released that, we've seen a lot of other manufacturers releasing compensated versions of their handguns too. Now, at the time, I really wasn't that interested in it because my thinking was, this is a 9mm handgun. It really doesn't have that much recoil to begin with. Why would I bother? But the more and more I see other people, trying it and raving about it, it has made me wonder, how big of a difference would it make? Well, I didn't want to buy a new gun to find out, so I was looking around to see what I could put into one of my existing guns. And that's when I came across this kit. So today, I want to take a quick look at some of its features, what makes it maybe a little bit unique, and we'll get it mounted up, and then in a future video, we'll take it to the range and we'll see how it does. Okay, now, given its name, it's the threadless comp, so clearly it's not just going to screw onto the front of a threaded barrel. So then that raises the question, how's it being retained? Well, you look on the side, nothing. Look on the other side, nothing. But here on the bottom, we do have a little hex screw. This is a 3/32 hex. By the way, they do not provide the Allen wrench for this, so you must provide your own. Not really sure why they decided not to include that, but they didn't include it. And so if you turn this back right side up, then you can remove the barrel, and you'll see that on the very bottom there's a little divot that's been drilled into the bottom of the barrel, and that works in conjunction with this little stainless steel BB that sits inside the compensator. So the BB sits in the comp, and then this screw presses down on the BB, and that's what holds this whole thing together. Okay, so now we've got the compensator and its barrel mounted in the original P365 slide. We can compare it lengthwise to the X Macro slide. This is the non-compensated X Macro slide. And you can see, to the naked eye, they look very, very similar. So let's see how, let's go ahead and see how this fits in the X Macro frame. Let's take that. If I can manage to do it. And goes on pretty easy. Again, this is unloaded. Fits on there pretty well. You can see just a little bit of overhang. Maybe, I don't know if you can pick this up in the camera, but there's just maybe a 1/16 of an inch of overhang past the frame. Okay. If we go ahead and put the original X Macro frame on here, you'll see that there is about the same at the bottom. So I'd say they're pretty much identical. So if you own a P365, an original P365, and you really want the capacity of an X Macro, you can kind of build your own X Macro comp by picking one of these up and then putting this on top of an X Macro frame. In the next video, we'll take both of these slides to the range. We'll shoot them using the same frame, and we'll see how well the Zaffiri Precision Threadless Comp really performs. Till then, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you in the next video.